it's Montenegro time, and actually, let's start with you. So, why don't you introduce yourself to our viewers from Montenegro?
Oh, hello everybody. I'm Slavko from Montenegro, and I'm representing my country with song Space.
Now, we have a lot of American viewers, right? So when they hear Montenegro, they're like, Monte what? You know, so why don't you give us just a quick idea of what is Montenegro? Like, if I were to go to your country today, where would I go? What would I eat? Just whatever you know.
Oh my God. Montenegro is a small, very beautiful country. It's on, Balkan countries, like ex-Yugoslavia. I suppose everybody heard from ex-Yugoslavia. So we have beautiful sea, we have beautiful mountains, and, food is awesome. We have great climate. And if you come to Montenegro at the same time, you can be freezing in the mountains and you could be sweating in the sea.
Yeah, that sounds like a place to be at. Now, let's talk a little about Eurovision. I'm not sure if you were told that, but you had your first rehearsal today. And before I ask you how it went, you got probably the biggest applause so far in the press center. Like, people were really excited. But I want to hear about you. How did you feel about your first rehearsal?
When I'm on the stage and everything, I'm very concentrated and focused to be everything. So I'm like, switched off. Because I don't see anybody, just focus. And when I finished my rehearsal, I was like, and when people come to approach me to say, I was like confused, because I do not have expectations in the way I'm just doing my job. No, I'm just doing my art that is, my life. And when I got this approaching from people that they were like crazy today, and also like people from technique and everything, they were like, oh my, your performance was like outrageous in the way, like spectacular, you're alone on the dance, whole universe. It really means me a lot because I wasn't satisfied because I had problems with in-ears, and I was like, that will be horrible. And when I went to the viewing room, I was scared because it will be like a monkey on the and when I saw it and everything, I was imagining it was really good. But I hope next one will be much better and as I expect to be.
Yeah, that's what they're there for anyway, the rehearsals, to get better and learn from it, right? Yeah. Would be weird if it would be the other way around. Now, what I really like about you, you are, and I said it earlier to some of my friends, like a true individual. Like, you are like a one of a kind, which is a good thing. Is that something you're also trying to portray with your music? Is that something you've always been that way?
I always been individual in the way that I'm very socialized person. I adore to meet people and to connect with people because that inspires me. But I always had my own world. Yeah. And when I make a review on my childhood and everything, and now when I'm speaking, for example, with my mother, who is my biggest support, of course, she was like, she discovered me. Like, when she discovered me, I think, when I was watching Eurovision 1992, I was a kid, like 7 years. I told myself, she discovered me like 7 days ago. I told me, one day I want to see my son on that stage, because with 7 years, I show that I'm individual, that I really adore art and everything. So that's like part of my human being.
Wow, you made every Eurovision nerd's heart like just beat faster with that story. That's pretty cool. Let's talk just about your song real quick. Or like actually just you being in Eurovision. You were internally selected by the broadcaster. Yes. I'd just like to know like your reaction. Like, was it more like, oh my God, the pressure, the excitement, and the song selection? Just a quick overview.
I was at the same place where I was like 3 months ago before Eurovision. They announced me when I got my first professional award for supporting actor. At the same place in Belgrade, in Serbia, in apartment of my best friend, like actress. And when they called me and told me, Slavko, we won like this contest in broadcasting and everything, I started to scream, to cry, because Eurovision is my big dream, Like, I was speaking about 5 years in public that I would really like to represent Montenegro on such a huge project.
That is amazing. Well, the most important thing is, first of all, we wish you the best of luck, but you can't do it without the fans. So next Tuesday is the big night. You need to vote for Montenegro, which is number 6, right? So remember that number. It's a very important number. Thank you so much again talking to us.
Vote for me if you want to see me in the grand final, that I can show you my superpowers.
Nothing else to be said. Thank you so much.